Hey, this your boy Bob TV. I'm trying to learn how to go live with my phone and still trying to learn how to do it with Facebook. And I don't expect nobody to show up on this thing this early in the morning. I'm just getting off of work and I'm just relaxing in the beautiful serene park. And what I want to talk about real quick is we developing our own people's manifesto. That's right. We need to have our own people manifesto. The reason Jeremy Corbyn has such a great success, not just within the Labor Party, taking over the Labor Party, similar to what Bernie Sanders is trying to do. It's a little tougher on our end than their end because of the way it's rigged. But with this People's Manifesto, they won a lot of seats in Parliament. And it was a devastating blow to the current Prime Minister. We need to develop our own People's Manifesto. That's right, people. We need to develop our own People's Manifesto. Now, in this People's Manifesto, and this is what I'm going to do. A good friend of mine, I really never got to work with him, but he had this progressive voice. He was the first progressive voice, or Progressive People Voice web channel on YouTube. I haven't heard from him in a while, and I'm going to try to search for him today because I really want to talk to him. I also want to talk to, get a chance to talk to Tim Black, get a chance to talk to Nico, get a chance to talk to HA, get a chance to talk to Debbie. Matter of fact, I don't want to do it. I'm going to talk to Iban Kim, who hosts a great late night show. We have these different people on a panel to debate, to discuss issues and things like that, from politics to Doom, the novel Doom. So it's a great show, great platform. And I think this would be perfect for this. I've always said that we need to develop our own block. We need to have our own voting block. We don't need to think party. We need to take off party hats. Please, the party hats are partyism is what's dividing progressives. It's dividing the progressive in the Democratic Party. It's dividing the progressive independent. And yeah, there's a few Republicans with progressive ideas, probably more than we think, because our ideas, most of America, line up with it. So what we need to do is demand politicians to line up with these ideas, or don't even try to court us for a vote. Don't even think about it. It's like this young lady I met once I got on my job. Fine as I don't know what, beautiful, but it's very standoffish. It's like, if you ain't got ready for this, don't even bother talking to me. Now, I almost called, I thought she had like a little witchy attitude and a little snobbish and things like that. But then I thought about it. No, she wants what's best for her, and she has kids, so she wants what's best for her and her kids. We, the American people, need to be the same way. We need to develop our own People's Manifesto, similar to the manifesto that Jeremy Corbyn and the Labor Party ran on. Through that manifesto, he made systemic changes to the Labor Party, and as a result, we have the elections where he did phenomenal in those elections there in Britain, in the UK. We got to do the same thing. I'm telling you, we got to do the same thing. We got to let these parties know, because I know the Justice Democrat has their thing, Draft Bernie has their thing, Brand New Congress have their things, and then we got the different parties like the Green Party, who are our friends, not our enemy, and any other progressive party who are our friends, not our enemy. We need to brace them. See, the Democratic Party don't even want to embrace true progressives in the party. They want to crap on them, press them down, and don't even want to listen to them, but yet they want to come to us for a vote. They want to pimp us. That day is gone. And they're definitely not going to entertain Green Party voters and things like that. They're going to tell the Green Party voters they need to come on their side. This is the problem. So we need to stop doing that. I mean, take the party hats, because all it is saying we the best way to go, and you got to go our way. We got to kill that noise. Kill that noise by taking off the party hats and developing a people's Coalition, the People's Manifesto. The People Manifesto, and we developed a voting bloc which include every progressives. We're not going to run candidates under that. You don't run candidates under a progressive bloc or a voting bloc. You tell candidates who are already running that if you want the bloc vote, you got to run on this. You got to talk about this. You got to preach and teach this. You got to shout this all over the country, and you got to shout it with every fiber and belief in your being. If not, the Progressive Coalition, the voting bloc, will not support you. And we will not support a default vote. We don't default vote in this People's Manifesto. See, it's more important that politicians throw away their vision for America and go to the people and ask them what's their vision for America. And that is what this is for. We the people need to develop our vision for America and tell these politicians to take your vision, turn that something sideways and stick it straight up your behind. We don't want to know your vision. This is our vision. Again, the reason Jeremy Corbyn had so much success in the UK is because they had a People's Manifesto in the Labour Party, and on that manifesto, it caused the progressives in that party to overtake the rest of the party. Now, Bernie Sanders is trying to do this, but the party is rigged, so it's going to be a little tougher on him. But a voting bloc can make systemic changes on that. Like I said earlier, he tried his best. He tried to develop a platform, but the Democrats wasn't having it. He was trying to get rid of he was trying to open the primaries, which would have caused a grassroots to take over the lead in the party. They don't want that. They want to continue to control who they run. So he tried to get the $15 minimum wage. They still wanted to do the 12. He tried to do. He tried to get the Medicare for all. He tried to get education for all, but they settled for anybody making under $50,000. He tried. Like I said, I think he should have just told him to kiss his behind and run with Jill Stein. I thought that was okay for him to do. But hey, he's his own man. We can't tell him what to do. I'm not going to hate him for that. As long as he's fighting Trump, and as long as he's fighting for progressive issues, truly fighting, I'll support him in that. But you're not going to get me to go back in the Democratic Party. Heck no. Party is what's going to cause the progressives to never go anywhere. The Democratic Party is not going to support progressives. But when the progressives in general come outside the party, take off the party hat and become a voting bloc and develop their own People's Manifesto and make a demand that if you do not run on this manifesto, you're not getting our vote, then that's when they're shaking their boots and change. We can't do what just the Democrats are doing, even though I'm for them. If they want to do that, if they figure they can do that, more power to them. I'm not going to be putting my weight behind that. If they can do that, more power to them. I'm not supporting it. I'm not, because to me it's a PAC. I'm done with super PACs in general. Brand new Congress, they're trying to change the Congress, but a lot of them going to take PACs. They're going to do it through PACs too. Draft Bernie to a People Party, like I said, that's all great. If you can do that, fine. But I think what's killing us right now as progressives is being in a party and trying to stay in a party and trying to convince people they need to come to our party and join our party in order to make a change. No. Dr. Martin Luther King, the reason he made a systemic change in the Civil Rights Party, in the Civil Rights Movement, is he developed a voting bloc of poor people, black people, white people, people from other countries that are trying to live in America. They all came together as a voting bloc and made demands to Lyndon B. Johnson that if you want us to vote for you over, even though they was faced with the racists in the White House, racists running for the White House, and that's Hillary Clinton's, who she supported. Even though she was faced with that racist, even though they wasn't scared to say no to Lyndon B. Johnson. No, they was ready to say no to Lyndon B. Johnson in a heartbeat. We got to say the same thing. So this is what I'm proposing. And if anybody out there, get this message over to Ebon Kim. Ebon Kim has a beautiful platform. I love it, where he invites people on to debate. And on his channel, see, I'm not good with OBS and all that. On his channel, he invites people to plug in their video camera and join the discussion through video. I love that. I love that. So Ebon, if you're out there, brother, invite progressive leaders or those, not even just leaders, the progressive people to join a chat. Title the chat, Developing a People's Manifesto. Developing a People Manifesto. This way we're going to give the people an opportunity to tell politicians to take your vision for America and stick it up somewhere. We got our own vision, and we want you to run on this vision. In this vision, we can take the platforms. We can take Jill Stein's platform. We can take Bernie's platform. That was he was trying to push in the Democratic Party. Nina Turner, all of them backed that up. We can take other parties' platform, and we can come together around these platforms and no longer call them platforms, call them demands, call them a manifesto. And we're picking these platforms, what we believe should be initiated in America for the people. Once we put that in the platform, we need to poll the platform and see where America stands on that platform. And then if it's polling 50, 60, 70, 80%, it's a star. It stays in the platform. And that way we can go to these politicians and say, hey, 75% of Americans say they want this, 75% of Americans want this. And if you're not willing to give it to America, you're not getting our vote. And if we have to face Trump like Martin Luther King had to face, I can't think of the racist politician that was running, Barry Goldwater, then we have to face that. We're not going to be scared into voting for a Democratic. No, we want progressives policies. We want progressives to begin to take over in certain areas of politics. Once we poll these amendments in the platform, I don't even want to call it platform. Once we propose the amendment in this People's Manifesto, similar to Jeremy Corbyn's manifesto, and we poll it by number, we're for this, and put a number there, so American people are overwhelmingly a majority of this. Once we poll that, we want to get people to sign on to this manifesto. If we can get 3 million, 5 million, 10 million people to sign on this manifesto and commit to it, we can go to the politicians and say, hey, either you're going to push this. Yeah, I see this. Kevin said real progressive. It disappeared on me, Kevin. We don't care about your mouth. This is what the people want. And either we get it or you don't get our vote. We're only going to vote for people who are loudly outspoken about this, preaching this, teaching this, shouting it all across America. Kevin said real progressives with real actions, not mouth services and lies, and ways to achieve those actions. Perfect. That's why I'm talking about this People's Manifesto. And thank you for being on. I wasn't expecting people to come on this thing. So, Ebon, set that up, bruh. Let's get some leaders in the progressive movement to come on your platform and talk about developing the People's Manifesto. And then we'll start putting in from different platforms what should be in that manifesto, poll those amendments in the manifesto, and get people to commit to it in numbers. And we'll take those numbers to these politicians and say, hey, we're 3 million strong, 10 million strong. If you want our vote, you better start preaching this. And if you don't preach this, you can forget about it, because we're only going to push people who are going to support our platform, the People's Coalition. So that's just a quick thing that I want to talk about. So Ebon, if you can set that up, man, if I have to take the day off, I'll be on that platform, bro. So let's get some people. Debbie, let's get some people on that platform, and let's open it to people who don't have their own show. And they'll be able to say in the chat some of the things that they think we should have. And let's look at it and put it in the platform, poll it, and if it poll over 50% or more, we keep it in the platform. If it poll under 50%, we don't. But if it's 50% or more, we keep it in the platform. It's time for we the people to develop our own manifesto. Forget the party hats, take the party hats. We as the people, we're going to come together, develop our own manifesto, poll it, commit to it, get people to sign on for it, and then we'll go into the politicians and say, hey, it's this or forget about it. I'd rather vote for the weakest person who's going to support this than the so-called strongest person who can win and not support it. So anyway, I'm done, guys. I'm out here, Long Island City. It's loud. Taking a little break. Just thinking about us, man, thinking about America. I love you guys. So Ebon set that up so we can get people on this thing. Hey, Vegematic, thank you. I know the microphone is coming. I appreciate it, Doc. It's going to be my emergency microphone. I love you for it. Appreciate you, sir. So let's get this done, Ebon. Let's get this done, and let's go out here and develop the People's Manifesto. If you don't run on it, peace. We go on to somebody else. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for showing up on this live broadcast. My first time, and I may do this a little more, and I appreciate you for that. All right, I love you guys. Peace. I'm Bob TV. I'm out. Time to go get some breakfast. Peace. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.